So yeah, symbolism with OPS and my conception. So I actually think that symbolism connect very well with OPS, and that's why OPS is so good. I think it's because symbolism is really about the meeting in the middle of the top and the bottom. So actually matching the data to the patterns. I think that OPS has found a way to establish some patterns that are very easily to grasp because they are about fundamental category. They're very symbolic, like they have a language that encapsulate a lot, and also like include the exclude stuff, and also very fractal, very mathematical, and that's why the symbolism is so good. That it actually meet in the middle in the language, and they actually have the data at the bottom to meet the top. So that's why the language is so good. They actually match in the middle. So yeah, symbolism. That's why I do think that OPS is probably the best. I mean, is the best personality system out there, and I think that we can leverage that even more in the future to really match symbolism with a lot of stuff in the world. And because of that, we have clearer conception of things. We can actually meet in the middle and actually talk. Have a vocabulary that can actually address the top and the bottom. And my conception, because I'm not an expert in symbolism and all that. So take in mind that it's still my conception to some degree. Even if I try to really express the language of symbolism. So there are and always have been those who cannot help but see that the world and its experience are in the nature of a symbol, and that it really reflects something that lies hidden in the subject himself, in his own transsubjective reality. So Carl Jung and the psychology and religion. So I really interpret it like in our own experiences, we have symbols, and some people, they live that symbol in their experience in everyday life, and kind of a transcendental reality, kind of meeting to the source of things. So a bit like our introvert function in a way, like the subject, like the person himself, and those who cannot help but see that the world and its experience are in the nature of a symbol. So it's really more NF, not to lie. Symbolism is very NF, even if very good symbolism is kind of a good NF, because oftentimes NF can be just bullshit in the air, but symbolism really try to put the NF down and really talk about it in the middle like a symbol. So I do think that symbolism is kind of the good way to do NF. So a little bit like ST is a good way, or objectivity is the good way to do ST. Science is a good way to do ST in a way. The same thing, I think that symbolism is actually the right thing to do, the right way to do NF. So some people are more exposed to the NF, the introverted world, and are more aware of their kind of experience in reality that is more subjective and transcendental. Like their own reality is an experience that is transcendental, and that it has symbols within it, which is basically like being aware of the OPS code and seeing it in all your daily life, and kind of living that in your subjective experience. So kind of how I interpret it, but carrying oftentimes it's really hard to summarize his quotes because it's just very profound. But